Thank you very much, ma'am. Good evening, everyone. First of all, I would like to thanks to the host for giving me the opportunity to learn from the prestigious speaker, especially thank to ma'am Asma Malik and Sir Khalid Latif to strengthen more the friendship of two iron brother. Now I come towards my topic is the top time is limited, so my topic for today is China and Pakistan join hand to fight against coronavirus, fight against poverty to stable the socio-economic development. My topic is comprised on three parts. The first part is where to go next. The second part is what we are facing. And the third is what we did and what we can do in the future. For the first part, where to go next, generally speaking, there are five stages of corridor in the evaluation of corridor including CPEC, transport corridor, logistic corridor, trade corridor, economic corridor, and development are great corridor, growth corridor. We will focus on the last two stages of corridor here that are economic corridors and development are growth corridors. One of the key features defining economic corridor is their ability to attract investment and generate economic activities along an area or region. Yet to achieve this, physical connectivity and logistic facilitation must be in the place. In the last stage of corridor, development or growth corridor, economic development or growth corridor are frequently implied in the interchangeable manner. Development or growth corridor could also be interpreted as those where non-economic element, etc., health system, environment protection, and cultural dimension. These elements have been added to economic initiatives. Now, from some perspective, CPEC is working towards these stages. After the first stage of CPEC, many mega infrastructure, logistic, trade projects have done and promoted the socio-economic development of Pakistan and China. For the second phase, the investment strategy and cooperative should shift to the field of education, health, and poverty alleviation. But now, since the COVID-19 coronavirus is the biggest challenge for the second phase of CPEC in the coming years, it is also the biggest threat for the socio-economic development of the countries all over the world. So here comes the question, what we can do to push CPEC go further. Let's see what we did and what we can do in the future. Since the outbreak of coronavirus, China and Pakistan have been cooperating with each other in order to defeat and fight against the virus together. Although a huge number of Pakistani students were studying in Wuhan, Pakistan, unlike so many other countries, did not abandon them because Pakistan believed in China's capacity in order to handle the health crisis. As we have seen after the tremendous effort done by Chinese officials and medical workers, COVID-19 has been defeated and controlled in China. The leadership of both countries emphasized cooperation and declared coronavirus as a common enemy of both nations. Pakistan is all-weather strategic cooperation partner of China. After the epidemic broke out, Pakistan immediately expressed its solidarity with China by sending coronavirus-related donation and assistance to China in the early stages of the epidemic, and same the China did. Wuhan went into complete lockdown on January 23, 2020 in order to stop the further spread of the virus. Pakistan is a neighbor and friendly state and now assistant Chinese government to fight against this invisible enemies. Pakistan ambassador in China said in her video message that Pakistan and China are time-tested all-weather strategic cooperative partner, and we are committed to building a closer Pakistan-China community of shared future in the new era. This is the symbol of cooperation between the two neighboring and partner countries. Chinese ambassador in Pakistan, Yao Jing, delivered a message and said the Chinese government have been ensuring safety and health of all foreigners as we treat our own citizens and pay special attention to the treatment of foreigners in China. Pakistan is a true friend of China, especially in the difficult situation. The Chinese people have got strong support from Pakistan in dealing with the epidemic. And now I come to conclusion of my topic. I think the decision of lockdown in Wuhan was not easy, but China's central government took immediate action in order to stop the spread of this virus, and the same done by the Pakistani government. I personally appreciate this decision because it saved the precious life of Chinese citizens as well as Pakistani citizens. The quick establishment of 1,000-bed hospital within 10 days and medical teams arrived in Wuhan from other provinces of China in order to help the provincial medical sector and treatment all over. All services, severe cases and minor impacted patients should be appreciated. The medical terms conducted regular testing of every suspected person, put them in isolation, and most importantly, they separated critical patient and patient with minor symptoms. That's why the further spread stop and recovery rate is much higher than the mortality. I personally want to admire the people of their cooperation as responsible citizens with medical and government authorities. Pakistan has followed China's strategy and initially locked down some cities and banned gathering, but the coronavirus cases increased and the Prime Minister of Pakistan announced a complete lockdown for some time. Pakistan government took some quick action and established several quarantine centers in all provinces. These responses may help to successfully defeat and control the invisible enemy in the country. As we know, that no country will be safe until every country is safe. So we need coordination and cooperation, especially in the field of public health, exchange project, research project, conferences, and seminar to build a closer Pakistan-China community of shared future in the new era. Thank you very much. This is my talk for today. Thank you very much.